Guys, it's time to make the 10.2 prediction tier list. Okay, so keep in mind, prediction, because it's not out yet. But I have played it a bunch. I've done Blitz, I've done Skirmish, I've done a lot of duels. I've also done like my burst videos where I check different classes burst. And I've also been looking into different tier sets. So, it's a prediction tier list with some foundation and like actual gameplay. So we got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and we're skipping D tier, and F. If it's D, it's F. It's mainly focused, like, in mind, I've shuffled mainly, but obviously, there's no shuffles on the PTR. So it's like general PP, but in my mind, I'm like thinking about it in shuffle mainly. Let's start with Warrior. Okay? So Warrior is insane. Fury and Arms both look really, really good. Fury's new tier set, it's a bit cleavy with like Odin's Fury. I've actually played some Fury myself on the PTR as well, but I'm gonna go with like put it higher A for now. Higher A. Warrior, guys, actually got crit for 400,000 Immortal Strike by Arms Warrior, Rio, in a duel. Like, both are really, really good. I think War in general look really good. Both of them also have good tier sets. But what I'll do, you know what, dude? I'm like gonna put Arms lower S and Fury higher A. Because I think they're both looking really good. I was going to say Fury's better, but in recent days, I've been convinced a bit more in the direction of Arms. And usually Arms does end up having like that advantage on Fury overall. Astro Rogue first. So Astro Rogue, guys, they had this thing where if you fell below, I believe it was 35% HP, you would die instantly to their dots. It was like a executes. That got nerfed really hard. Astro Rogue in general has been a bit put down, I would say, from what it was early PTR. Still pretty good. It's not the most bursty thing, but I'm put it on a B tier for now. Sub Rogue is insane on the PTR, okay? They have crazy burst. Sub Rogue is always insane. They just have like great CC, even after the CC nerf. Their damage is still very, very good. Their tier set is good as well. And, yeah, they're just very, very scary in general. Crazy burst. Good control. And that is not changing. I think, like, if anything, they're, like, better now. Or better in Tempo 2 than they are on retail. Outlaw's one that I think could, like, be very good. Or could be good. It's not going to be, like, up here. I've not, like, seen anything that's convinced me that is much better, like, in 10.2 than it's now. It's very, like, what's it called? Bracket dependent. Like, in 2s with the healer is great. Okay, let's do Mage. Guys, Arcane. Guys, Arcane is terrifying in 10.2. Trust me, dude. I don't know how high I should put it, but I'm putting it in S tier. I've dueled Arcane a lot. I've also, like, seen it in their burst. Also, we did war games with Seavark. Of course, Seavark is insane Arcane. But I've dueled Arcane on many PTRs, and I've never seen it be this strong. And as I said, it's like Mage in general seems very good. It is very good on retail, and it's staying very, very good as well. Like, all 3 specs I think are viable. But Arcane might be like my highest placing Mage spec. From what I've seen in my Blitz gaming, my Wargame gaming, my Skirmish gaming, and the duels, I'll go with Arcane in S. I think Fire lower S. And Frost higher A. So guys, Holy Paladin, like in the current the current meta, they're very good, right? They were the best healer for a while. I would say now they might be kind of overtaken a bit, or at least our Druid, Priest have kind of caught up with them a bit. Like Holy Priest. Holy Paladin is still gonna be good, I think. But I put it like lower A tier. Or like mid to like low A tier. Again, still very good, but I do think that other healers, which we'll get to, are kind of going over that now. Red Paladin is a spec I've dueled quite a bit on PTR. Okay, I've also fought them in some arenas on PTR. In retail right now, it's very good, very viable, a very popular spec, and I think it's going to stay that way. And I think I'll put it up here. Okay, guys, I think DH is one of those specs. And by the way, I don't want to say this, guys, again. Because in my tier list, I guess I'm flagged for putting a lot of things in A, right? You want to have many things in A. In A, it's strong, but not too strong. but not too weak, right? You want things to be an A tier, and I think Deej is looking to be an A tier spec, where it's good, it's not too crazy, it's a bit squishy, kind of struggles in the same way as Feral in some ways, where you're quite squish. But we're going to be putting it in the A tier, okay? Augmentation is insane in the current game, and I don't see anything that's stopping it from being insane in next patch as well. The Tears is also good. It's to do with the, I forget the ability, Prescience. It's pretty nice, and also like extends Even Might. I think it's a good tier set. They're S tier now, and I think they're going to stay S tier. I don't see any reason they're going to not go S tier. They've had like times where they've kind of like gotten to do some things in certain comps and threes, like the Frosty K, Devastation combo and stuff. But overall, it's just not a great spec, okay? I'm not going to put it like down here. Actually, maybe I will put a C tier still. Like, it's not, yeah. I'll put a C tier. I think if anything is going to be down there, it's probably, you know, Devastation. Guys, we did one thing, by the way, we can kind of like notice already. Things look strong in general. Things are looking strong overall. Like, usually there's not this many S tier, but I really think there's this many S tier now. Let's go to Hunter now, guys. So, MM. The thing about MM, guys, their tier set is really bad. Like, you actually don't play MM tier set at all. You play zero set because it just breaks the C. It's like a volley thing. It's not very good. In real time, we're getting new updates, though. They actually are redoing the MM tier set a bit. The Dreams Hope set bonus have been reworked to add more single target damage. This seems a lot better than it was. Okay? So, guys, I think MM is jumping up, okay? Like, because there's a big difference from having a bad tier set to having a good tier set. And this seems very good, actually. Now you have a chance for spending focus to reset the equivalent rapid fire. This seems very good. That just seems like they don't specify how much rapid fire damage is increased by 2-step, but I mean, that's insane. So, guys, I'm actually gonna jump it up a lot. Okay, BM. Guys, Beastmastery looks insane. I think BM is gonna be back. Like, it's not bad right now on retail, but it's not amazing. It has a great tier set though, and it has crazy damage. My guess is it's gonna be back to being the best hunter spec. What I might do, just because like arms, I'm not that sure about yet, is pump arms down to high A and put BM low S. Survival, their tier set is regarding what's called again, Fury of the Eagle. It's a bit of a cleave thing, but also buffs your bombs, and it's very good. I think it's like one of those specs is going to be, as always, a bit more niche, but still very good. And if it was a 2-star list, it'd probably be up here. But overall, I think I'm putting it somewhere here, man. It has a good tier set, and it's still strong. It's strong now. It's going to stay strong. Probably like fairly similar to how good it is now. So like my guess is that like Arshan will be like one of the worst healers in next patch. Not horrible, but a bit worse. So we're going to put it in higher B. It's kind of hard for me to like place healers because there's been no shuffles. I can't really tell. I've not really been healed by them that much, except from Blitz. Just kind of based on how it is now and based on their tier sets, I don't think that they're looking amazing, and I'll put them here. They did get a 3% buff overall healing. I did see that. But for now, I'll put them there. I played some Enhance on like 2-2 this season, and from my experience, their tier set does not look very good. Okay, so Primordial Wave summons a lightning feral spur that increases your nature damage dealt by 20%. I do not think that's gonna make it like insane, and it's not very insane in the current game either. Ascendance Burst was also nerfed. I think Enhance is gonna be going in somewhere like higher B tier probably. Like Ellie won the burst competition that we had on 10.2. It was like 0.8 seconds. But that was like a very cheesy kind of one-shot build. It's not like it's always going to play that. But I think Ellie is one more of those specs where it's probably going to be higher A tier. Frost has some pretty good bursts as they do now. But they're very gimmicky. And I just don't see them. I don't see them being played over Unholy again. I think it's going to go in C. Higher C. Along with Devastation. I've not seen much of it. Again, like, this is one of the specs I've seen the least of. Is one of the specs you see the least of in general. Same thing on the PTR. I have seen it though. There was one guy in my bursting video as well. Actually, guys, 1 hour ago we got a few more tunings. Enhanced damage reduced by 3%. Yo, hold up, guys. Real time scoring. Hold up. Oh. Unholy spec that in general strong. In general, very, very strong. I believe we're going to have to put it in the camp where we want specs to be. Good, but not too good. Which is the A tier. Again, guys, the more in the A tier, the better. Probably under, like somewhere like here, I would say. Destro I've seen quite a bit. There was actually like a lot of Warlocks in the bursting video. Destro pumps hard. Okay? Without a doubt. Destro is pumping very, very hard. Like, when we predict, a big part of it is thinking like how they are now, currently, and then, you know, thinking like how's their tear set, what have I seen from them, and Destro's very good now, and I think it's still gonna be good. I think it's like somewhere here, all right. Affliction, guys. Affliction is like one of those specs that they kind of vanished off the face of the earth, straight up. I knew 2 Alpha mains. Taxi and Michael. They both quit the game. It's basically non-existent in the current game, and I've not seen anything that has convinced me that they're gonna be brought back to life in a major way. It's probably pretty good overall, anyways. Like, decent. I'll go with Demo up here. I will. Guys, I'm just gonna bump Holy Paladin down to higher B. I do think Holy Paladin is falling off, and one reason being their own nerfs. But also, like, Priest meta, which I think is gonna happen, is not necessarily good for Holy Paladin. Yeah, Priest. So, guys, Disc Priest, I think pre the damage nerfs, it was a bit higher, but now, still good. But I do think Holy's gonna be better, and I'll put, like, lower A tier. The tier set does seem decent, though. It does. The Arsham's probably, like, you know, somewhere middle of there. B tier, maybe higher B tier. Holy, from what I've seen, is still going to be very good. It's very good right now, and it's going to stay very good. Let me double check their tier sets. Holy Ward Serenity applies 14 seconds of renewed target. Holy Ward Sanctify applies 5 seconds of renewed to allies. It heals. Renew Healing has chance to cost next Holy Word Sanctify or Holy Word Serenity to not consume a charge when cast. Which is pretty huge, because Serenity is massive, right? But it's like, from what I've seen, also in duels, they're looking very, very good. So, I'll put Holy, like, definitely above Disc Priests. I dueled, Rock a lot. Like, many duels against SP. And it's really hard. Like, their pressure goes really hard. Also good self-healing. And I think if we're thinking about Shuffle in general, it's a good spec for Shuffle. And it's going to stay that way. Maybe, like, even a bit better than it's currently. And yeah, I was going to say, like, as A tier is filling up, that's a good thing, okay? But keep in mind, to the left in A tier will be higher A tier. To the right is, like, lower A tier. So keep that in mind. But yeah, SP, I'll put it here. But guys, so keep in mind, it's very limited. Like, some of these specs, what I've seen on PDR, it's limited, okay? So, like, Windwalker is one of those that I think are not too happy with their tier set. They're not too happy with the tier set. It's not very good. It's like spinning crane kick the 2-set, which you don't even use. The Forza seems a bit better, but here, there, a bit lower in the A tier, guys, basically. I should make up some spacer, like lower A goes higher B. Like this. I think Windwalker, like, to me, that feels right, a bit lower in the A tier. Fist Weaving is actually, like, getting a few buffs. Recently, they got a few more buffs. A lot, like, for PvE, but a few actually in PvP as well. But nothing too major. And for Mistweaver, like, for Mistweaver, kind of got to split it into 2 versions. You have Fist Weaver, you have Cast, or what's it called? The other version. The casted version. I think overall, if you got to kind of just combine both and say how viable the spec is overall, I guess, like, one thing I can say in general, like, DPS in general seems so high. I think healers might be struggling a bit, but they get that 1 minute 30 minutes seated trinket. Lower A and actually bump disc. I think I put disc a bit too low. Like, after our Druids got Trents, man, they've just been blasting, okay? Union Grove Guardians nourishes now heal 2 additional allies within 40 yards at 4% effectiveness. So my prediction for 10.2 will be that Druid will still be the best healer. With Holy Priest fairly close behind. That is my prediction for healers in 10.2. Guys, it's time for Feral. So, Feral's looking nice. Okay, when it comes to our builds, our talents rather, we're getting a few nice talents. Like a bite to increase damage, but in the actual talent tree, not too many things are changing. The biggest thing that's gonna like making us better is our tier sets. Okay, our tier set is looking very, very good. It's not like the most crazy thing ever, but it's very strong. Actually, maybe it is very... It's kind of crazy because... Keep in mind, it's half PvP, but every frenzy you get 10% more damage for 8 seconds, and you can frenzy a lot. This also works with your Wild Tumult frenzies. So that's a lot more damage. And also, Frenzy CD is reduced by 7.5 seconds in PvP. And you get like an extra dot on them called Smoldering Frenzy. So, in general... Our tier set is very good. It's been a while since I put Feral S, but I will put Feral in S. I don't think it's like gonna be one of the god specs, but it's gonna be very good. We're still a bit squishy. Squishiness is a problem. Considering the great tier set and some good talent changes, I'm gonna put it lower S. Boomy has been great so far this season. Unless I've missed some tunings, but it's not like it's getting a lot worse or getting a lot better. And I think it's going into A tier, man. Again, A tier, guys. A is where we want things to be. In a perfect world, every spec is an A tier. Where it's good, but not too good. So, I'm happy with this so far. Because, like, most things feel strong. Like, optimally, every spec feels good to the point where it can be played at, like, any level, basically. And, I think all these specs in A right now are those kind of specs. One spec must be after, though. That is the rule. That is the rule of making a tier list. One spec must always be F. Okay, you know what? Guys, Frost might be better. But since one spec must be F tier, we'll put Frost in F tier for now. F for Frost. My mind might be changed. Again, we'll do a new one like a few weeks into season when we're forced and everything. And I'll do like an updated one like after actually having played a bunch of Shuffle and seen stats and ladder and everything. But for now, we'll go with this, guys. This is my prediction for the time being. Hopefully more specs will jump into A tier. Like somewhere in A tier.